Hello everybody, welcome back to Matty Reacts, the channel where we take a look at things we've never watched or listened to before. And today it's a watch rather than a listen. We're taking a look at the official teaser for Netflix's The Thursday Murder Club, which is based on Richard Osman's best-selling novel series, or I would presume specifically the first in the series for this season of The Thursday Murder Club. Is it a season or is it a film? I think it's a film. Either way, I think this Netflix installation will be based on the first book, which incidentally is the only one I've read. I do still need to get around to reading the other ones, but I read the first Thursday Murder Club book while I was on holiday abroad last year, because for anyone who knows me at all, when I go abroad I read books. That's what I do. I sit around and I read books. It's pretty much the only time I read books anymore, although I have been reading some this week. Anyway, I read this book and I really loved it. I mean, I like Richard Osman anyway. I liked him in Pointless. I like House of Games. I like his sense of humour when he appears on panel shows and things like that. I thought he did really, really well on Taskmaster when he was on Taskmaster. And I thought that the way he wrote it encapsulated his sense of humour that I liked, and a sense of sort of almost coziness. There's been a bit of a trend towards sort of cozy thrillers in recent years, and I think he is one of the big names in that sort of genre. I really enjoyed the book. I thought the twists and turns were great. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Now, the only thing I really know about this adaptation is I did hear about the casting choices for the lead four. Now, if you don't know anything about the Thursday Murder Club, I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you probably do. But for anybody who doesn't, it's basically set around like a retirement complex, and four of the residents of that complex, Cooper's Chase, are trying to solve the murder of a property developer that happens within their midst. I won't give any more away than that, although you probably see a little bit more on this. But please go and read the book. It's a really good book. I think we just need to watch this now. It's only 1 minute and 15 long, so I don't think we're going to get a lot of content. I don't think this video that I'm putting up will be particularly long either, but I really wanted to react to it because I think it's a really good book, and I think I've been looking forward to the adaptation since I heard it was happening. Because I think, if I recall right, and I might be getting this wrong, but I think that it's being backed by Steven Spielberg, which is just a crazy thing to be happening to a Richard Osman book, but there we go. Let's take a look at what we get from the official teaser of the Thursday Murder Club.
Our latest cold case is from May the 11th, 1973.
Oh dear.
God. Isn't this room usually for jigsaws?
Not on a Thursday, no.
So that's when, is it Joyce gets introduced
Welcome
to them?
to Cooper's Chase. We investigate cold cases.
Everybody gather round!
Now,
We investigate cold cases.
she looks like a good Elizabeth. Now, I think people are a bit worried about Pierce Brosnan not being a good Ron. Now, we'll see if this teaser gives us any info at that, and I'm sure there'll be a fuller trailer, which I'll also react to, which will give us another idea. But I think people expected Ron to be a bit more of a sort of a laddie, sort of blokey kind of guy, and Pierce Brosnan doesn't give that vibe. That's not to say he can't do justice to the role. We'll have to wait and see. But I think that's the bit that people are a little bit worried about from the casting choices. I think the other three actors seem to be probably exactly what people expected from the roles, to be honest. So,
Everybody gather round!
We're a team.
All systems go.
Roger that.
There's been a murder. An actual murder.
actual
Now
murder.
we've got a real case to solve, isn't it wonderful? Obviously, R.I.P. and all that.
Who are you? I'm sorry, how rude of me. We're the Thursday Murder Club.
It does look cool. August the 28th. Wow. Oh. Oh, that's it. I thought there was going to be something else afterwards. So it was more like a minute than a minute and 15 because of the Netflix branding stuff. Yeah, I think it looks really well put together. It looks kind of like exactly what I thought Cooper's Chase would look like in my head. Like I say, aside from Pierce Brosnan, which I think it's still too early to say if that was the right choice. I think definitely Elizabeth and Joyce, their casting have been they're spot on. I think we'll just have to wait and see for the rest. But I think it looks like a good. I think it looks like a faithful adaptation, and I wonder how much Richard Osman is on board with this, and I hope it's a lot, because I think, you know, he knows what he wants it to be, he knows where it's going. I presume there's going to be more in the book series, which means there could be more Netflix seasons going ahead. I think it looks really fun. To say we've only had a minute, I'm sort of eagerly awaiting that now, and I would presume that sometime in July we'll get the full trailer. Like I say, I'll respond to that as well, I'll react to that as well. But I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, thank you very much for dropping by, and I'll see you again for another reaction video very soon.